Hey guys, it's your boy Skitty. Welcome to my channel. Thank you for stopping by. Today was pretty chill. I ended up going to group today. Today we had to work. Woke up after getting about 5 hours sleep, so I was a little bit tired, and ended up making it to group. We read from the big book, and that was chill. We only read one chapter again, so it went by kind of quick. And then when we were doing our work, we dropped a couple of guys off at some of the local sober livings to do some landscaping at the houses. And I actually ended up driving over to one of our brother's houses, and he decided to donate some furniture that he had to the one of the sober livings and also the main office. So that was really cool of him. Shout out to him. And he provided some extra beds, a TV, some couches, chairs, and a few other necessities that we may or may not have needed. But every little bit helps, so that was really cool of him. When we got back, we ended up having a group, which would normally be our breathwork group, but tonight was kind of bittersweet. One of our brothers had a family member pass away, and it was their celebration of life today. And the rain was coming down throughout the day, and it felt very peaceful, very nice, very relaxing. And so it helped energize me a little bit and wake me up. We ended up having somewhat of a relaxing group with our therapist. Normally it would be breath work, but we ended up throwing on a meditation video that kind of reflected around breath work. So we did kind of get a partial breath work partial breathwork meeting going in. I think that's the first time I sneezed while making a video, so I do apologize about that. But yeah, it was very relaxing, very energizing, very much needed. Ended up finding out that Sea of Stars came out on mobile. I haven't been on my mobile device for a good while, and I noticed it came out in March, and I wish I would have checked sooner. I have it on Steam and on my Xbox Ultimate Game Pass, but to have it actually on the Google Play Store, that opportunity was like, yeah, dude, I love that game. It's one of my favorite games. So I ended up stopping over at Walgreens, put some money on my prepaid card, and ended up purchasing that. So that made my day a little bit more joyous, a little bit more happy, a little bit more peaceful. Ended up making it to the office and got changed into some better looking clothes that I had for the celebration of life, and we went to that. That was really tough, you know. I know that it was a celebration of life, and you know, it was supposed to be a happy occasion in the celebration of that person's life, and it just reminded me a lot of my wife who passed away So while I was sitting there, it was very, very fucking tough. I'm not gonna lie. My heart was hurting. I had a hard time paying attention because I kept thinking about my wife. And I felt like stepping out on more than one occasion because before we got over there, the power went out completely in the city and surrounding cities that I live nearby. And it was down for quite a while, so it got really hot. But I ended up muscling through, kind of getting in my fills a little bit. But, you know, it triggered me a little bit. You know, that heartbreak is still there of my wife passing away. It always will be there. You know, I've tried to let go and move on as best as possible, but that was my significant other. That was my wife. And, you know, I loved her a lot. I still do, you know. And, you know, I hope she's doing okay wherever she may be in the spiritual realm with Jesus and in heaven with all of our family. But it definitely got me in my feels and, you know, got me thinking. But I'm doing a lot better now. I'm feeling a lot better now. I actually kind of made a small amends to one of my last bosses that I had. I ended up stopping by there and said hi to him, and it was really good to see him. And I ended up blessing one of my other brothers, and that was really nice. But yeah, they were serving food there, and at that juncture I wasn't really hungry, and there was a huge line with a bunch of people, and I kind of figured I would bite the bullet and sit out on this one and, you know, just wait to eat. I had a pretty big snack earlier on in the day, so I wasn't even really that hungry. And I wanted everybody to have the opportunity to enjoy the food that they had there and, you know, have their time. Ended up getting back to group, grabbed my stuff, and one of my brothers ended up hooking me up with the ride over there, and another brother ended up taking me home. By the time I ended up getting home, the power was on for the majority of the city, but it wasn't on in my sober living. And so that was kind of crazy at first, but the power kicked on, everything's up and running again, all is well. But yeah, it's been a pretty bittersweet day today, but you know, it felt good being able to celebrate another day of life, another day of living, another day of sobriety, and another day with my friends and family members. Even just checking in with them online. But yeah, I love you guys. Thank you for stopping by, and stay blessed.